So if you're deciding between 4x8 or 4x4 slat wall panels, it's kind of like pancakes versus waffles. They're just about the same thing, just has different shapes and different textures to it. So when you look at the 4x8 slat wall panels, the big benefit there is that you put a panel up on the wall, you start drilling it in, and it's up. They do ship on a bigger pallet, so the shipping costs a little bit more relative to doing the 4x4 panels. If you're shipping the 4x4 slat wall panels, you'll generally save somewhere in the neighborhood of $200 to $250 on shipping, just because you avoid the oversized pallet surcharge on it. When the 4x8 slat wall panels show up at a business or at a house, you need to have at least 2 people there ready to unload the shipment. If you have a lot of panels, meaning 25 or 30 plus panels, you might want a team of like 4 to 6 people there to help out unload as smoothly as possible. If you want to use a forklift, you will need to have the 8-foot fork extensions on that forklift. Otherwise, you won't be able to scoop all the way under the pallet that it's on. It's on just about a 50-inch by a 98 to 100-inch pallet, depending on where we get ours from. So you will need to plan accordingly on that. The 4x4 slat wall panels, they weigh half as much as the 4x8 slat wall panels, so it's really easy to maneuver them. One person can pick one up. They weigh about 42.5 pounds, while the 4x8 panels weigh about 85 pounds. When the 4x4 panels get shipped, the truck is also able to use a lift gate, and they can use a standard pallet jack, or you can use a standard forklift if you have one. When 4x4 slat wall panels get delivered to like a residential property or even to a business, and you want to move them around inside and bring them wherever you want, then it is really easy when you can scoot a pallet jack under it, and then you can bring it around. Those are pretty much the main pros and cons between the two of them. At the end of the day, a lot of it's a personal preference. There are the seams in the walls where if you butt two 4x8s up to each other, you will have the seam in the middle. With the 4x4s, kind of the same deal, but I'll go over how you can trim them off and you can avoid that. Some people care about it, some people not so much, but my job here is just to tell you the pros and cons of both from what I've heard from a lot of different customers over the years, and ultimately it's your decision and you can decide what works best for your job.